Good afternoon and welcome to the Africam Show, powered. It's not plowered, it's powered by explore.org. And we begin today's show at Tembe Game Reserve, where there are a lot of elephants knocking about in the mud and in the water. My name is James Hendry. Yes, it is. That is my name. And I have a few greetings to give to many of you around the world as you enjoy these elephants at Tembe Game Reserve in the northern parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Aussie Jan, too, a few seconds ago. Good evening, coffee time. Yes, good evening, coffee time to you. Gemma, greetings. Glad to be here today with you all. Nice to be with you, Gemma. Hello to all from a cold UK. Suki V. Hello, Suki V. Amber.co. Happy Tuesday to all. Got my coffee and ready to go. Thank you for doing this show. Amber, it is our pleasure to be doing this show for you. Please send through as many questions as you can during the course of the next 30 minutes. It's always nice to have your questions and your comments. It makes discussing things so much easier. It also reduces the amount of garbage that I am, forced to speak. There are no animals. Thankfully, there are some animals. Now we've got these wonderful elephants at Tembe Game Reserve. Here you can see everything is greened up rather beautifully. The big bull on the right-hand side is rubbing himself against the tree, which I think probably feels very nice. That's why he's doing it. He's probably a little bit itchy, poor little fellow. Hello, Sassy Brenda. You say good morning. Any more info from Tembe? 2 male lions now collarless, assuming the same as last week. But you know what they say about assuming. Yes, no, we do know that, and I'm afraid we don't have any information on those lions. Not sure why they have lost their collars, or if they were the same two that did or didn't have collars. It's all very difficult to say. Sorry about that. Hello, Peggy Westphal. You say good morning. Nice to have you with us, Peggy. And Kathy LaHaye, you say amazing animals indeed. Now that bull who was scratching himself is now going off to see if he can find some ladies. Why wouldn't he? And these 3 young bulls are just going to carry on covering themselves in mud. I suspect very strongly that it is hot there, that it has been raining very nicely, and that it is very humid as well. Hello, Suzanne Bauchier. You're in Michigan, and it's morning there. Yes, well, it would be. And Bob from Kalamazoo. Good day, good day. I just love the sound here of the emerald-spotted wood doves going. Such a mournful sound, but a cheerful sound to me, because it sounds like the early summertime in South Africa. The Shangans have a lovely way of describing that call. They say, Shirila Shivambalana. She cries like a Shivambalana, which is that dove, a Shivambalana. Hello, Janina Wisniuksa. Good afternoon, Janina Wisniuska. And Chris Sousa. Hello. If I am butchering your names, I apologize profusely. It is unintentional. And this is just the perfect place for these elephants to while away an afternoon. Lots to eat, nice things to drink, pretty good view, and lots of delicious mud to fling all over themselves to help with cooling, and because it just feels nice. Ian Beach, you say hello from the Isle of Man. Hello, Ian Beach. You visited South Africa in September and loved it. Now keen followers of the camps. Thank you, Ian. Hello, Ian and Elaine from the Isle of Man, where I bet the weather at Tembe looks invitingly tempting. Samijan Kasper, you say hello. Hello, Samijan. Nice to have you with us. If you saw all those butterflies at Rosie's on one bush, any idea why consecrated? Why so concentrated? I don't know which butterflies you mean, I'm afraid. Rosie at Lisuki V. We'll see if we can go to Rosie's and have a look shortly. Hello, Scott Sherwood from Seattle. You just read The Elephant Whisperers. Yes, it is a wonderful book. And Becky VW, you say hello from West Virginia, United States. Love baby elephants. Yes, we all love baby elephants. If you don't love baby elephants, I think there's probably something wrong with you. You're quite likely to be a mass murderer. For baby elephants are very sweet indeed. Hello, George Asidiu. Aye, very lovely picture there. Thank you, George. Not sure what that means. Hello, Tammy. Good morning. Gemma, the elephants were checking out the smaller holes that seemed dry. Also a red hose. Do the people sometimes fill the holes with some water sometimes? Okay, so that's a good question, Gemma. The smaller holes here are not filled with water, no. They naturally fill up with water, and they hold water. That big water hole is pumped, but the smaller holes are not pumped. And the elephants then open up the holes, and so do the buffalo, and use them for mud wallows. So that's why they're like that. That bit of red stuff, which is right underneath the hide, I'm not sure what that is. Probably an old hose, I suspect. That is a good question. And we're just looking now at a little baby elephant, which has just been enjoying the mud and is now seeking the comfort of mum as they head towards the water, possibly for a drink. Now, if you haven't been to Tembe Elephant Park, this is a wonderful park to visit, and you can go and sit at this very hide and you can while away a whole day just enjoying the sights and sounds. You could also probably drink quite heavily if you wanted to. You would have a lovely gin and tonic fueled afternoon, enjoying the elephants and the myriad birds that come down to drink here. 5 girls, you say good morning from still dark Boise, Idaho. I'm sorry it's still dark in Boise, Idaho. 5 girls. Doesn't sound very nice. Hello, Easy. You say, greetings from Germany. Nice to follow us. So, thank you very much. I hope you will not be insulted by my bad German accent. It's just something I like to do once in a while. Makes me feel good. See if we can identify any of the bird calls. I can hear quite a few weavers, and I can also hear a somber greenbull going, which apparently sounds like, Willie, why don't you come out and fight? Scared? Well, it's slightly higher pitched. Probably a couple of weavers shouting in the background there too. Okay, this is glorious Tembe. We'll come back here maybe a bit later if the elephants hang around. Let's head over now to Tau in Madikwe Game Reserve, where I'm hoping there will be some impalas. I'm told there are some impalas. Just quickly there, those have been dug up by elephants. Those are old hoses that have been dug up by elephants. The impalas have absconded, leaving us with 2 spoonbills. Those are the white birds, and 2 Egyptian gooses, which are the birds that aren't white. And something, there's in fact a zebra in this picture. See if you can spot it. There it is. Haha, just moved in from the right-hand side. You'll notice totally different bird calls here. You can hear the blacksmith lapwings. A crested francolin. And various other small birds. The zebra's enjoying his drink. Why wouldn't he be? It's a nice hot, still afternoon at Madikwe Game Reserve. Probably not too far off 38 degrees Celsius or so. Oh, now we've got lots of birds. We have got the red-knobbed coot, or the red-knobbed coot. Those are the blackbirds that you can see in the foreground. There is a grey heron to the left, which is now gone. We've got the spoonbills, as I said. And a lot of butterflies flying around there. And little baby zebra. with its mum at the water, which was quite fun to see. And then an impala. And then an impala. Try and say that fast. Oh, and you can hear in the background the Diederik's cuckoo going. Let's just make sure that wasn't outside the window here in Johannesburg, because they do call outside the window here in Johannesburg. Let me just check if there are any further questions. Right. Okay, so we're going to go across to the Rosie's Pan, where there apparently are a whole lot of moths or butterflies sitting. So let's go across there and have a look and see if I can identify them. Okay, right. So what we are looking at is not butterflies. These are moths, and they are called burnet moths. And if you give me exactly 1 second, I shall identify the exact species. Stand by for 1 second. I had to go to the next room to get my moth field guide. Now, they are beautiful, beautiful animals. In fact, this camera's not doing them justice. So let me just quickly identify the species for you. In fact, I think they are footmen. Yes. No. Let's just quickly look. Could be false tiger moths. Could be a superb false tiger moth. That's not what I thought they were when I first saw them, but I've just opened the page on the false tiger moth, and that's what they looked like. I just want to make sure that I'm not telling a great fib of a lie to you, but they emerge like this in great numbers. And so you'll find bushes covered in them, because all the larvae will have just hatched. Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking at false tiger moth at this stage. So diurnal moth, most likely the false tiger moth, or superb false tiger. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. Well done. And they are sitting on, what tree is that? I'm not entirely sure from this angle. It's either a gymnosporia tree, which I think is probably quite likely, or it is a Rus guenzii, but I think it's a gymnosporia. Anyway, now some of you are saying these could be a gold-spotted burnet. Now, you see, initially when I saw this, I thought they must be burnets. Let me just page through this book and see if I can find a burnet for you, especially a gold-spotted one. They're all, they are too. I found them finally. Okay, so I don't actually think we are, well, we might be looking at a gold-spotted burnet, but I think we're actually looking at one of the handmaidens. And this one looks like, if I look carefully, it looks like the devil's maiden. Let me just keep paging. Yeah, they're from the same family as the burnets, so I think we're probably correct there. Looks like a devil's maiden, but they are very similar looking to the superb false tiger, except the false tiger is much bigger than those things, much bigger, in fact. So let's go with a devil's maiden, and we'll call it quits at a devil's maiden, part of the family Syntomidae or Amatidae, or the handmaidens. Phew, that was fun. Thank you very much for pointing those out. I really enjoy doing things like that. Very gorgeous. And the original one who let us know about those was Suki V. Thank you very much, Suki V, for that. Handmaidens, Devil's Maiden. Excellent. Well, I think we've probably sucked the life out of this moth sighting. Let's perhaps move on somewhere else. See if those elephants are back there. Oh, there's a giraffe at Naledi Dam. Let's go to the giraffe at Naledi Dam. Wonderful. And we've got some giraffes at Naledi Dam. 2 giraffes. A lady giraffe on the left. A lady giraffe in the distance. There are 3 giraffes. And a lady giraffe on the right-hand side. And they very much appreciate, I imagine, this well, because it means they don't have to bend all the way over to drink. They can just bend a little bit over. Very nice. So peaceful. These afternoons in the Lowveld really are gorgeous. You have these hot days, and almost always the sky has puffs of cumulus and then thunderheads building somewhere. And it just casts a lovely light all over the place, and it just feels so sort of verdant and fertile and expectant and lovely. It's a beautiful time of the year. You can hear another what was I going to say? Sorry, it's been a long day. Another Diedrich's cuckoo. Thank you, Danielle Landell. You say, wonderful video that has changed my ideas, and I love to listen to you. Well, we're very pleased, Danielle Landell, to have you with us. You will also then have heard the grey go-away bird going quack, quack. And 5 girls who sang nice impersonation of the Diedrich's cuckoo. Thank you. You say you always hear them, and now you know what they are. Well, there you go. And they'll be looking out for weavers to parasitize, like all cuckoos. They do not lay their own eggies. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet there at Naledi Dam, but just, again, another peaceful afternoon scene. So pleasant. You can hear another Diedrich's cuckoo in the background there. Maybe outside my window. No, I think it's on the camera. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze, I think. No, I've avoided it. Okay. Also nice to see the giraffe's big, long black tongue. And yes, that's very good. It can lick its own nose, which is a great talent. I know a few people who can do that. They don't use it quite as liberally in public as this giraffe is doing. Right, I think let's head across now to Tau, where there are some elephants, while we say hello to Kimberly Clink. Hello, Kimberly Clink. And Gary Dufresne. Hello, Gary Dufresne, or Gary Dufresne. Hello from Canada. And then apparently you put a flag from Canada, which I cannot see. Oh, that's lovely. We've got an elephant here at Tau in Madikwe Game Reserve, where things are very green. We've got a whole bush full of weavers. And in the background, a number of punters who are enjoying a game drive. Let us hope that their guide is giving them some superb information about this elephant. None of them seem to be particularly keen on photography. And that's, well, I mean, they might be getting a photograph of us. So they'll be staying at one of the lodges at Madikwe Game Reserve, which I'm sure they're enjoying very much. And those weaver nests, I know I'm jumping around topics slightly fast here. Those weavers' nests are either spotted-backed, or village weavers, or possibly southern or lesser masked weavers. But I think most likely village weavers, because they are near or over the water. Could be wrong. I can't see from here. This elephant now feels that its limelight is being taken by the vehicle, and it is therefore going to walk in front of the vehicle so we can no longer see it. There also is in the background, knocking around on the clearing, a blacksmith lapwing. I wonder if anybody on that vehicle is alive. I don't think I've seen any movement there whatsoever. No, the guide is alive. He's moved his head. Good. Perhaps they're all sitting still because they're terrified witless by the sight of this elephant. It's just amazing to me how the landscape changes there. Right, we've gone back to Tembe Game Reserve where there are more elephants. Now, this area is much, much wetter than up at Madikwe. So all that green vegetation you saw at Madikwe will be annual plants that come up only when it rains, because that area around that waterhole is normally completely bare of vegetation when the weather is drier. Whereas here at Tembe, you'll always have some grass around because the ground will hold more water and there is just a lot more rain. Now, interestingly, that elephant center of the picture, the central elephant, has got a floppy ear. So the cartilage on his ear is no longer intact. It has not maintained its integrity. And I'm not sure why that should be the case. It can be an injury. It can be genetic, I think. An injury of some description. Now, it won't really affect the elephant. I suppose it might affect the elephant's ability to stay very cool, but not to the extent that it would reduce the elephant's lifespan, I don't think. Hello, Zygote, and hello, Doris from North Carolina. Hope you're having a good day in North Carolina. Oh, and you can hear another cuckoo there. I mean, I said kudu. I meant cuckoo. It is the black cuckoo going. And for those of you who are novice birders, the sound of the black cuckoo can be likened to, I'm sad, I'm so sad. And there goes a little elephant bull that's been rolling in the mud. What a lovely time for the elephant bull rolling in the mud. I'm not sure why I was inspired to sing there, please forgive me. Hello, John Glenn F., who are from Florida in the United States of America, where I suppose it's probably a lot warmer than it is in Idaho or the like. And a bit of blowing of air, a bit of scraping of skin together, which is very nice, very interesting, very pleasant. I must say I could sit at this waterhole for ages and ages and just enjoy comings and goings. And you can also hear a red-eyed dove going, doo 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 doo. I am a red-eyed dove. I am a red-eyed dove. It's slightly less mournful than ye olde emerald-spotted wood dove. There we can see a young bull enjoying the water hole, at least the hole there, that's been increased in size by lots of elephants. I mean, it's unsurprising that this is called Tembe Elephant Park, isn't it? There's Mr. Floppy Ear coming in from the right. Having a little dig about. Now, I know that there isn't a huge amount going on at any of the other cameras, but I would just quickly prevail upon the powers that be to send us across to Olifants, just so that we can have a look at the Olifants River, perhaps, just because the river's nice and the vegetation's attractive, and maybe something will wander down there, and we might be able to hear some interesting birds down on the river there. Oh, the powers that be have been very kind to me. Okay, now we can hear some crickets. You can hear a Cape turtle dove. That's nice. You can hear a sunbird. That's not a sunbird. It sounds like a tawny-flanked prinia. Oh, and the woodland kingfisher. That's lovely. Again, you could sit on the banks of this river and enjoy birding, animals coming down to drink, and just the general atmosphere. Oh, a whole lot more greetings as we listen to the woodland kingfisher. You'll say, hello, Doris Heiser from North Carolina. I've already said hello to you. Hello to you. Wheelie Girl, you say you love Ellie's. Yes, everybody loves Ellie's Wheelie Girl. Very nice. Sanjeev Roy, it may be that this Ellie is suffering from nerve disease. Sanjeev, I don't think so. We were talking about the elephant with the floppy ear. I don't think it's a nerve disease. It's pretty common. And it's some issue with the cartilage in the ear. And Kayla Renee 456, hello from Indiana. Thank you. Thank you for the videos and all the work you do. Well, we do what we can. And Carolyn Brendald Riley, hello from South Mississippi. South Mississippi. Hello, Carolyn from South Mississippi. You say you love this show. We love this show too. That's why we do it. So there is the full and flowing Olifants River in the Lowveld of South Africa. And for those of you who are slightly confused as to whereabouts in the country we are, this is in the Greater Kruger National Park area, and the Tembe Game Reserve is in a completely different part of the country. It is in northern KwaZulu-Natal, pretty much on the northernmost tip of our coastline, if you like. And then the Madikwe Game Reserve is up in sort of north-central South Africa. Very nice shots there of the summer riverine forest and vegetation. Gorgeous, as I like to say, gorgeous. And perhaps if the elephants are still at Tembe, we should end there, where we started. There's always a symmetry to ending where one starts, don't you think? Are we going to go to Tembe, or are we going to stay here? There, we are going to end at Tembe. Fantastic. More elephants coming down. And interestingly, I mean, I mention this quite frequently, but there is a tuskless cow there. She has no tusks, and it is a genetic issue. It is not that she eats too many. Oh, it's the floppy-eared elephant. She's got no tusks. That is not, it is a genetic issue, like I say. It's not because of too much toffee eating that she's lost her tusks. Many of these elephants have come from the Addo Elephant National Park in the Eastern Cape of South Africa, where often the cows have got no tusks. I'm just filled with a sense of peace and well-being watching the scene. I do hope somebody goes to remove that hose, however, fairly soon. That would have been dug up by the elephants. There would have been water in that pipe, and they'll have dug it up, because they are so very naughty when it comes to water being piped under the ground. There's an elephant with a collar, and that collar will be used for research. Well, we're going to sign off shortly. Let's just... Now you will see, maybe. No, you won't. I thought you were going to see the hose ripped from the ground. Good. All right, everyone. That's going to be it for the show. Thank you very, very much for joining us. It's been lovely chatting to you and enjoying the peace of the early summer in South Africa. Until next time, goodbye and stay safe.